Hi everyone, it's Chris Natsky with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion tip of the week on Facebook Live. Today I wanted to talk about a concept that I guess I've known about for years, but I just was recently reintroduced to it in a great book that I was introduced to called "Winning with Winning in Mind" by author Lanny Bassham. And I've known as a competitive athlete for years that it isn't just about dreaming where you want to go. I mean, I'm not going to get on the medal stand just by dreaming it. It has to do about the process that is involved in getting myself there. And in this book, what Bassham talks about is this incredible story of when he was coaching professional golfer Ben Crane. Now, Bassham was was a great athlete in his own right. In fact, he'd won an Olympic gold medal, but now he was coaching someone in a sport that he wasn't involved in. He was a shooter in the Olympics, but Ben Crane's a professional golfer and had been on the tour for a couple of years and had 2 career wins up until that point. But Crane had come close, but never was able to seal the deal in many tournaments. And so when he began working with Bassham, what they decided to do is they decided to stop focusing on winning tournaments. And what they decided to do was just work on the process of hitting great shots and having each shot individually be their own little microcosm of what they were focused on. And what happened is during that year is their mantra became process is primary. So rather than think about, winning the tournament or even, what they're going to get on the hole, as every shot was very specifically focused on how he was going to pull the club back, how he's going to make contact with the ball. So anyway, it's the 4th tournament of the year of the new PGA season, and Crane finds himself on the 18th hole at Torrey Pines, and he has to sink a 30-foot putt in order to win the tournament. Now, everyone that's watching, not only live there, but also millions of people on the Golf Channel know that if he sinks this putt, he wins the tournament. The only thing is he's the only one that has no idea what he's up against because he doesn't know. He's so focused on the process. So he gets over the ball, he swings the club back, hits it with firmness, with focus, and drains a 30-foot putt. And everyone in the gallery goes nuts, right? His playing partner comes up and shakes his hand to congratulate him, but he thinks it's just the regular handshake at the end of a round. He doesn't know he's won the tournament until his wife runs onto the green and jumps into his arms. And he looks her in the eyes. She's got tears flowing down her face. And he's like, "Did I win?" He had no idea because he was focused on the process. And so when I read that story, it so inspired me because I thought to myself, how many times have I gotten myself in trouble when I was focusing not on the process, but I was focusing on the win or the success or whatever. So what I wanted to share with you today is not only that story, but to give you maybe 4 keys that we can all focus on this week that helps us focus on the process to get where we want to go. And the first thing is certainly, and we've talked about this many times before, is set a clear intention. Right? When we set a clear intention, what it means for us is it guides us and it focuses us in an area in which we want to go. But the thing is, it's not just focusing on where we want to go at the very end. It's what's the intention for what we want to do on a daily basis and on a weekly basis, and set that intention. Number 2 is to visualize those actions. And so again, it's not just visualizing yourself on the medal stand, but what it means is that visualizing the practices that you're going to do. When I was a competitive athlete in martial arts, I didn't just focus and visualize the day of the tournament, right? But I would actually visualize my workouts, the process that I had created as a plan the night before. I'd be visualizing my workouts. Because what's so important is when you look at particularly elite athletes, the difference between, the gold medal winner and the people who are just runners up from a physical standpoint is incredibly small. It's incredibly minute. But where the real difference is their mental focus, their emotional focus and concentration. So visualize the plan. Next, it's the process, baby. You got to make sure that you're working the process. And that means what are the things that you're going to do on a daily basis and on a weekly basis to improve, say, your health and your wellness? What are the things you're going to focus on to better your relationships? What are you going to do each day from a process standpoint to increase your business performance? And finally, what are you going to do each and every day and each and every week to impact positively your spiritual connection? And then finally, once you've gone through that, the last aspect of it is number 4 is to let go of the outcome. And that for me is oftentimes the hardest thing to do, because I want to work so hard and I want to achieve something. But the idea is if I've worked a process and I've done everything I can do up until that point, the only thing I can control is my effort. The only thing I can control is how much intention and attention and effort that I put into something. And now it's about letting go of the outcome. So there you have it, folks. That's what I'd love to challenge you on this week. And if you gain value from this, I'd really encourage you to comment, like, and share like you've done in the past. You really inspire me when I send these out and I get the feedback that I do. But this week, where can you focus on a process in one specific area of your life to make sure you get to where you want to go? It may not be, trying to sink a winning putt, like Crane was doing. In fact, he won almost $1 million in that tournament. So you may not have that pressure on you. But the fact of the matter is you'll be able to be focused, intentional, and present and experience the joy that you have when you're working the process. We'll see you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week. Till then, it's Chris Natzke saying thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.